Alright, let's see if they're gonna fit, Jim.
You think this is gonna be a challenge?
I think this is gonna work, dude.
You think it's gonna work? You think this one's big enough for me? Huh? Alright. Hold on.
Hold on to get the right angle.
He's in.
Yeah.
He's got his legs.
This is, oh man, there's all kinds of room in this thing.
What's up, Maniacs? We got a special treat for you today. We got a really neat car. I'm Ryan. This is Duke. Nice to meet you, man. Dude, give us a little quick rundown of what is this thing.
Cool. First off, pleasure to be on the channel. Hi to all you guys out there. This is a completely stock I'm just kidding. No, this is a 1930 Model A. It's a two-door sedan. The only things that are original on this vehicle are the grill shell, the front side of the grill shell, and the cab. The cab has been chopped 6 inches, channeled 4 inches. The frame is a 2x4 1/4 inch thick cold rolled steel frame that I built in my garage myself. Every bit of this car I welded, I hand built in my 2-car garage. I tell people all the time, you know, a lot of people see something like this and they say, man, you must have a big shop, or man, this and that and the other thing. Very wrong, my friend. Okay. I tell people the only thing holding you back from your dreams is yourself. I built this in a 2-car garage. It can be done. It took me 3 years. The frame is 2x4 1/4 inch steel, like I said. The suspension kit is from a guy named Joshua Joyce at a Village Customs out of North Carolina. You can get one of his kits and build a car yourself if you'd like to.
Awesome.
Cool guy. Go check him out. His Instagram is Village Customs. The motor in this is a 12-valve Cummins out of a 93 Dodge D350.
And you say torque?
Yeah, lots of torque, lots of torque. You know, I know the guy's got some driving shots. I'm still trying to tune the car a little bit. But once it's done and tuned, I should be around 450 horse, around 900 to 1,000 foot-pounds of torque is what I'm hoping to be putting out with it. So it's fun, it's nasty, it's a good time. It likes to bury a 60-pound boost gauge, as I'm sure you guys will see in the video. And it's fun, man. The motor is a built 12-valve. Let's see, going through the motor, it's got ARP 625 head studs. All the valve train is a titanium valve train. It's all Hamilton 165 titanium valve train. The head has been O-ringed for high boost, so it should be, you know, hold how much boost? Hopefully all of it. That's what I'm hoping. So it's a highly modified motor. The VE injection pump was built by a guy named Evan Ratcliffe at Ratman Performance. The injection pump that's in this currently holds the VE injection pump world record for highest horsepower out of a VE injection 12-valve motor, and they hold that with fuel only at 760 horse. And for you guys that do VE injection pumps, that's a lot. For a P-pump motor, it's not a lot, but a VE motor it is. And they pulled 1,200 horse on a nitrous in that motor as well. So the turbo setup, a lot of these guys, you know, a lot of guys, you know, gas guys, I ain't hating on you, you know, I ain't hating on you. But in the diesel world, there's a thing called compounds. This thing has a compound setup on it. The small charger is a highly modified HX35 from Tellman Belt, and it's a 5667 with a 10-blade turbine wheel with the oil passages bored over. The large charger is a 7686 reverse rotation HT3B off a big Cam Cummins semi. And it gets up and moves. It
does. That's the part I do understand.
It moves pretty good.
And that transmission, dude, when you shifted that transmission, dude, that thing was like crisp, instant. Now that was beautiful.
So the transmission is a 47RH out of a 95 Dodge 2500, and it's got a Transgo shift kit. It's got Alto clutches. It's got billet servos. It's built to the nines. The torque converter in it is a single disc billet torque converter out of an RV. The camshaft in the motor is actually not street legal. Don't tell the cops, okay? But it's actually a marine cam, and it's out of a tugboat.
Nice.
And the tappets are also marine tappets as well.
I know rat rods use a lot of different car parts. This is the first rat rod I've ever heard using parts out of a tugboat. That's That is extra special right there, man.
Yeah,
I like
the cam and the injectors. So the injectors are a 5x16 sack injector, which are actually a marine injector.
That's awesome.
And wait a minute, I usually don't speak out behind a camera, but I'm going to do it on this one because what are you worried about the cam not being street legal on this thing, man? What else is street legal on this thing?
You'll see the shots from in car. You can't see anything out the windshield on this. You see him squatting down to see a little. Every once in a while, you look up over. It's interesting to ride in, that's for sure. It is awesome. It is awesome.
It's a blast. I mean, this was I had a dream to build this car about 4 years ago. Just the journey along the way. You know, I tell people there was a lot of things that I didn't know how to do. There was aspects of my life where people had taken advantage of me when I was first in the car scene, and I told myself I never want to do that again. You know, I never. And so I made this and I built it from the ground up in my garage. I mean, frame, every bit of it I did. You know, there were some people that helped me along the way that were very, very helpful. But for the most part, it was all done by myself in a 2-car garage. I don't have a lift. I don't have fancy tools.
So on that note, what was the most challenging part of this build for you then? You obviously had to learn a lot. I'm sure you had a lot of challenges, but what was the most challenging?
For me, I don't like digitals, you know? I don't like digitals. The wiring by far was my biggest hurdle. I had never, you know, I had messed with wiring in a vehicle before, you know, oh yeah, my taillight's out, or, you know, I mean, typical stuff you mess with.
Throw a stereo in.
Yeah, you know, some normal stuff, but like a full, complete wire job was definitely my you know, Achilles heel, I guess. So,
gotcha.
but it came out great. Everything worked good.
Yeah, we saw some little tabs. We'll show you some details of that. The little tabs where you ran around your wiring, man. That is super cool.
Thank you. Yeah, and I did it a little bit different. I wanted the wiring because it was that, you know, big hurdle to me in my mind. I wanted, when I look at my car, I want to constantly be reminded that, hey, even though you think you can't, you can. And that's why I did
That's
all
what we tell our viewers
wiring
all the time, man.
Yeah.
Get out there and do it. Learn it. You know, he did all this in his garage. Now, obviously, you spared no expense on the motor. It sounds like that cost you a lot, but a lot of this stuff, you know, it's ready. You can pick up parts cheap off of eBay and junkyards and stuff like that and put it together. You know, just get off your couch and go do it.
Yeah, I always, you know, a lot of people think like, oh, you must have all the time in the world. Oh, you must have all the money in the world. You must have this. You must have this. No, you're making excuses to not build your dream. So go out and build your dream.
Exactly.
And it is the most rewarding thing. You know, some people look at this and be like, God, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care, because it's my dream. It's not your dream, it's my dream. And so go out, guys, and build your dreams.
Yeah. So speaking of rewards, what is the most rewarding aspect of this build?
Oh man, I don't even know how to answer that question. Like, I'm almost like, I feel like emotional, because, you know, there's so many, you think about something, you're like, oh, I want to do that today. And there's so many times when I was saving up for a part on a roof. I do AC work, you know, and it's Tucson. And roofs are hot, okay?
Especially
and I'm
in the summer.
fat, okay? My teeth sweat, it gets so hot, all right? So anyway, there were so many times when I'm up on a roof and I'm just sweating my tail off. And I'm like, you know, I'm saving up money for the flex plate or the torque or whatever. And it's like, you know, I get to this point now and I see all this come together, and I don't expect anybody to look at this and go, you know,
nobody likes the car.
Yeah, nobody. People aren't going to understand the blood, sweat, and tears that I put in to get to this point. And now that I'm at this point where I can meet guys like yourselves, and my Instagram has grown a little bit, and there's people on there that message me all the time. They're like, man, you're inspiring me.
It's awesome.
And it makes me emotional and almost crying, because I was once in those shoes, and my thing is like, if I can inspire one person to go out there and work towards your dream and build your dream, no matter what it is. And for me, this is what it was, you know. For you, if it's a house, if it's a car, if it's I don't care what it is, but do it. Like, don't sell yourself short.
Exactly.
Learn how to do it, and that's the most rewarding thing.
Yeah.
You know, tonight I get to go to a trunk or treat where there's going to be kids, and I can't wait to put a kid in the driver's seat of this thing, let them pull the train horns, and see their face light up. You know,
That's awesome.
That to me is the most rewarding part of doing it.
What's one of the most personal details you have on here?
Personal. Well, my name is Duke. The name of the car is the Duke because I built it as a reflection of my personality. I think when I look at this car, I have there's a little bit of denim in the car. Okay, there's a little bit of denim in the car, and my dad is my hero.
That's awesome.
He was a godly example for me growing up. Awesome man. I couldn't ask God for a better father in my life, and he's my hero. And I called my dad one day and I was like, Pops, I need you to send me a pair of a little bit of your Canadian tuxedo, because he always has the jean shirt and the pants, and he goes, what do you want with both pair? The hind ends all wore out, and I'm like, just send them to me. So he sends them to me, and I chopped them up, and I made the armrest in the car out of a pair of the legs, and then the butt pockets I used to hold my registration and my wallet, my phone and stuff inside the car. So there's just little parts throughout the car that speak to me, and that's what it's all about.
That's awesome.
Things that speak to you.
Awesome. Well, dude, it was an absolute pleasure meeting you, riding in this car and checking it out. We thank you so much for bringing it over. And,
absolutely.
And Godspeed, brother.
Absolutely. I look forward to seeing you guys online and everything. And any of your viewers, if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to hit me up on my Instagram. If you need...
What is your Instagram?
My Instagram is Blue Collar 12 Valve. If you are thinking about building a car and you need some direction, message me on Instagram. I will happily give you my phone number. I will happily talk you through whatever you need. But get out and do it. Build your dreams, guys.
It's
Build
awesome.
Your dreams.
Jam up, dude, right here. Take care. All right, let's see if I can get in this thing now. I'm gonna try a different way. Oh, man. No problem.
If you push on it, don't open, it's closed. There you go.
Okay.
If it comes open, just close it.
My head's like right at the bar level. I like it. That's the safety feature. It's just from falling out.
Yeah.
Police have never given you a hard time about not being able to see anything?